of our community's acclaim spreads. Word of our community's acclaim spreads.
Jazzy.
Hello, hello.
See, clearly the cobalt snacks worked.
They always do.
Is it like Skittles left on the floor?
It's sometimes. Hey Zim,
Yes,
how do you like Three Houses?
I haven't really gotten to enjoy it much yet.
Oh, I thought I saw you stream it like twice.
Yes, and there's a lot of stuff in there.
There is a lot of stuff. I'm having so much fun. I haven't really gotten very far either. I'm still in part 1.
Hopefully you picked the right house,
I did.
which is...
Hello,
The correct
everyone,
choice.
and welcome to Iron Fang Dragons. I am Raw Zim, and I will turn it over to Daiga now.
Alright. So, as you all know, last time quite a
Sing!
few of you... What?
Sing!
No. That I
Sing,
can't do.
Sing,
I'm not prepared
sing,
for that.
Sing,
Absolutely not.
sing,
It's not.
sing,
No.
sing.
Don't stop interrupting the Sparkle Doggo.
Don't give it to peer pressure.
I mean, the Wednesday
Anyways.
DM did it.
Yeah, well, they decided to prepare that. I did not prepare anything like that, so...
Okay, prepare it for next week.
I'll give it a try.
The size and exasperations of a Sparkle Dog.
That moment when the DM says, "Sure, why not?"
Okay.
Always spell disaster.
Anyways, so last time, quite a few of you got your butts handed to you. Toby actually almost bit the dust. But something called Curious Light into the tavern, and when he got in there and saw his friends hurt and bleeding on the floor, Toby rather close to dying, something in him burst, and suddenly there is a huge eruption of magical energy. Some of you, including the enemies, the ghouls and Drake, were harmed when this blast of energy erupted out from Curious Light, and a couple of you were actually healed, so that's weird. After that huge explosion of energy, Rembrandt and Azurite came running into the tavern, because Azurite, even though they were over in the general store talking to Heartbreaker, Azurite actually felt the energy of that explosion herself, and she grabbed Rembrandt and was like, holy shit, we gotta go. So they got into the tavern with them there, with Curious Light there. After that huge explosion, you all found some sort of renewed energy. Toby got up onto his feet again, and in the spirit of vengeance, absolutely tore apart a couple of the ghouls and Drake also. So they all fell. When Anne died, Rembrandt fished about in her belt pouch and found a scroll tied with a black ribbon that was kind of familiar to another scroll that you would have had found on the body of the acolyte that you killed underneath of the ruined keep. So Rembrandt held it over some heat source, and it revealed the message. And this message pretty much said that Andrake was charged with taking the rings that Mist in the Morning had given you all, and then finding Mist in the Morning and killing him. It wasn't signed, so it was just from this mysterious superior. And we left off right when Heartbreaker then burst into the doors of the tavern, looked around, saw his friend Anne lying dead on the ground, and looked quite upset. Not angry, but very, very sad.
You could say he's heartbroken.
Yes, we already
Yeah,
said
you
that
could. We said that one at the end of
We
last
have to
game.
use it. Good.
But yeah, that's where we left off.
I would like to apply 100 points of squirrel psychic damage to Rembrandt.
So yeah, I also have to remind you all, Kalani, you're still pretty hurt. So's Toby. Azurite, you're not feeling too hot. And
Dusty is
Dusty-
extremely distressed.
yeah.
Because throughout all
yeah,
of
I'm
this
not
event,
feeling too hot. I
he's
broke my
still-
hand.
he still didn't understand that this was a bad woman who did not want to get married.
Oh right, Azurite broke her hand.
Yeah, I didn't feel good.
That's still broken, by the way.
I need a
Yeah, I don't remember the specifics on it though.
I think
You
it
gotta
was
list the
your
restoration.
right hand. Yeah, your right hand is just like broken because you crit failed on an unarmed attack and
Yeah.
just totally fucked it up.
I was just mainly referring to how it could get rid of.
I mean, it's a fantasy world. Be creative. So yeah, Rembrandt, Heartbreaker is standing in the doorway, quite upset. He's actually tearing up. And again, he's not angry. He's just very confused and very sad. And he keeps his eyes keep darting between each of you, Anne's body, back to each of you again, back to Anne's body, and he just has no idea what to do or say.
Rembrandt's gonna hold up a bloody dagger and say, "I know what you're thinking." No,
But
it's not. Rembrandt's gonna show him the note that was on her body and say that she was charged and hired by the evil entity that's commanding this entire dreamscape. In fact, she's also a part of a murder crew. It's all adherent to this note that we found on her.
So he seems to kind of be reluctantly following along until you say controlling this entire dreamscape. At that point, his sadness just goes straight to confusion. He actually takes a step back and he starts shaking his head. He's not feeling too hot, and you can definitely see that something else is going on besides him just being utterly fucking confused. And after another moment, he just looks at all of you wide-eyed, shakes his head again, as if trying to just
Dusty waves.
rid his mind of something, and he just books it. out of
Actually,
the tavern.
before he books it,
Yeah.
can Rembrandt go underneath the table and show, and then tell Curious Light that it's okay to come out now, and say that we even had to save him from her because those creatures also went hostile. That was amongst her.
He doesn't see the creatures. They turn to dust, remember?
No. I'm saying that there were creatures that were fighting with us.
Fighting against us under her command.
Yeah, and he'll say that we also had to protect him from her too.
So, Curious Light does come out from the table and, like, run up to you, Rembrandt. He wraps his arms around your leg, and he's still very clearly shaken. He's kind of actually still shaking a little bit. But even as you say this, Heartbreaker, it doesn't really look like he's confused, but his eye is, like, kind of twitching a bit at this point. His left eye twitches for a few moments. And he pauses, his eyes go wide, and he turns and runs out the door.
I guess Rembrandt will go towards the door and just peek his head out to see where he goes.
He runs straight back to his shop, and you can actually, even from back there, even from across the middle of the town, you can hear him very loudly bolt the door behind him.
Is there, like, an obvious way to tell, like, if, like, Anne lived here in this inn? Like, is her, like, room here? Like, on her body, does she have, like, a room key or something, or?
No, she doesn't actually have any keys on her body.
And upstairs, is there only, like, a balcony level, or are there actually rooms in this inn? Or, I don't know, tavern?
I mean, you do see a set of stairs. Oh, wait, no, you don't, because I haven't revealed the map.
Well, I see the stairs over here.
There you go.
I guess Rembrandt would slowly ascend the stairs and see what's up there.
They creak a bit as you walk up.
And I'll look around to see if there's, like, doors to, like, rooms.
Yeah, assist in doing the looking.
In the meantime, Rembrandt's gonna show Yark a piece of armor that he got, and he's gonna ask him, something seems fishy about it, and I was wondering if you wouldn't mind identifying it.
Okay. I hold up my little hands.
My little hands.
Little hands. Little cobalt hands.
My little hands. Okay.
With the 4 fingers on each hand.
What are you doing with those little hands?
He said he needs to identify something, right?
Yep.
I identify things with my little hands.
Doesn't am I wrong, or does that spell normally take a handful of minutes?
Hold on, I can check though.
Isn't it ritual?
It is. Give me one sec.
Which spell?
Identify.
Well,
Oh,
So it takes 1
minutes.
minute. It takes 1 minute if you use a spell slot, but it takes 11 minutes if you want to cast it as a ritual. In which case, it won't take up spell slots.
Okay.
Well, remember, we'll leave it in your hands as
Right.
he'll yell out to the rest of the party downstairs and say that there seems to be a bunch of rooms up here. Maybe we should look around first.
So
I mean, if
Rembrandt, actually, before you say that, all of you hear a sudden rumble, and the roof, kind of doesn't really shake a little bit, but you can hear something going on the roof, and then all of a sudden, Rembrandt and Yark, you see a squirrel crash down through the roof in front of you.
This isn't Final Fantasy VII. What the hell?
Hello, friend. Yark's gonna find a cozy spot on the carpet and start identifying.
Wait, what? What happened? I heard you needed me. What?
You exist now. Welcome.
Yeah, but no, that was in character.
Welcome to being.
Yes.
Hello.
and I instantly thought of freaking Mrs. Doubtfire when you said.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
Oh yeah, he's gonna mention to the rest of the party. Maybe we should get up here. Maybe we should split our efforts and search this place for other clues.
Kalani, how are you and Toby faring down there?
We're basically looking for a bed, and we're gonna go pass out in it.
Rembrandt's gonna mention that there's rooms up here. Maybe there's a bed.
I mean, you can't sleep, but you can most certainly curl up in a bed.
Okay, we're gonna go drink one of those potions.
There you go. Yeah, so again, those potions act as a long rest.
Do I have
Dusty will
one?
pass.
I can't remember. Because I would like one. I'm almost out of spell slots.
However, Dusty would also like to look for a strong box.
So actually, Dusty and Yark, you two are able to sleep.
Great. Awesome.
What? Oh.
They're not from this, like, plane.
We get to watch them sleep. You're like lucky bastards.
Like, they're just curled up in sleeping bags, and you're just like hunched over them, glaring.
Menacingly.
I bet that feels great right now.
Dusty and Yark are spooning.
Oh.
No, Yark likes to curl up when he sleeps. Until like halfway through the night, in which case he sprawls out completely.
So yeah, I can't actually remember who of you has one of those potions, but you also now have the ingredients to make more of them.
It does kind of suck that we have to actually spend the 8 hours to sleep.
We could just tie you in bags and put them on a horse and then just let you sleep while we keep traveling.
That works for me.
Yeah. Kind of Dusty too. He's small.
Yeah,
Actually,
both-
Dusty is very used to sleeping while moving, as he was carried for long lengths of time on an alligator's shoulder, sleeping.
Yeah,
Oh,
we,
wow.
we
That's what
have
people can
like
attest to.
Stupid.
Well, yeah, but
we
Zerk
have,
is
like-
like steady. He walks. He's very stable.
yeah, we have like 5 that are actually left from the last time we drank them.
Is there any way I can heal Kalani and Toby? before they go to sleep? Or
That
No
depends on
need.
whether or not you follow
Yeah.
after them.
When they take a long rest, you get all your HP back. What are you doing?
making it easier to sleep?
Okay.
You ever try and sleep while missing 2/3 of your own health? Not pleasant.
Maybe. I actually don't know for sure.
It's kind of painful.
Yeah, it's as if you're trying to sleep with broken ribs with no medications.
I've done
Or
that.
broken
I've never
not
had
fun.
any of those.
I haven't either, but I would have a feeling it'd be hard to do.
Don't need to be hit by a meteor to know it hurts.
Oh, but all that fighting made me thirsty. I'm gonna grab my drink.
I'm gonna drink a sleep.
I need a ring.
I'm gonna grab my drink and drink it. It's like, oh, paralyzed again. I forgot about that.
That would have been hilarious.
Also, wow, I hope I don't go to sleep and meet some kind of crazy dream entity. That'd
hope
be
I don't go to
strange.
I hope I don't go to sleep and meet the Reaper himself.
I'd
Don't
ask
worry,
if he's
Dusty, I'm
single.
sure you'll be
There's a
fine.
lady I want to introduce him to, like right away.
She should be
Oh,
coming in any second.
no.
No, it's too late. She's already gone though.
No, she's married to death.
Well, then she doesn't need to be married. She's already married.
There's a ring. You need a ring. She wants a ring.
She's got a ghost ring. Death probably has a
Really?
lot of ghost rings.
I would like to at least look for some nourishment, as everyone else seems like they ate something, and I got maybe a bite before I couldn't move and became half-brain dead.
They didn't eat anything, they just drank their free drinks.
Oh, lucky them.
But if you look around the room, it's very clear to see that.
I did.
I mean, if you remember.
Three drinks have paralysis.
Fine, I'm gonna finish the rest of my drink.
Oh
Are
my
you
god,
sure?
really?
No.
Hey, he didn't
we're
take
not
poison
really.
damage. And we've
No.
got
Also,
plenty of
Yark,
time.
thank you for the lemons.
You're very welcome. I also like lemons.
But
is,
anyways,
is
if you're
the poison
looking for
magic
food,
based, or is the paralysis
no.
magic based, or is it just like
it's
Constitution.
poison?
It's poison.
Okay.
Constitution.
Most
based.
likely.
Are you actually gonna?
we make con saves.
Cleek,
Yes.
are you actually gonna drink the rest of it?
I said no. I was kidding.
Oh, okay.
No, I
But
am
anyway.
gonna look for something though.
Okay, so yeah, it's very clear that there had been people in this, or other people in this tavern before, and kicked them out to offer you free drinks. So you do see plates of half-finished food laying about on the various tables. You see mugs and tankards of half-drank ale and wine.
What about this table right next to me?
Same sort of deal. There's even a small pile of gold and silver in the middle of it.
I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and while I'm casting my ritual.
Dusty would also like to eat, because now that Yark has convinced her she has a ghost ring because she's married to death, he's not so worried anymore.
Oh my
Out
god.
of curiosity, what is your ritual?
I'm
Identify.
I'm identifying this thing that Rembrandt gave me.
Right, but don't you have to do something
Oh,
like a dance?
no,
Like a
I'm
chance
I'm an-
uninterrupted concentration.
I am an artificer. I have this really cool zoomy lens eye thing. Oh, okay, that's Curious Light. Oh my god, I was wondering what the heck was that? Slowly moving across my screen.
I want to see you dance.
Ooh, how
I'm not gonna lie. You
curious.
should dance for us.
They're little little tiny mechanical arms that come out of machines on my wrist that help me turn this thing over and look at it all over. You hear little shutter clicks coming from my eyepiece.
So y'all think that's fucking weird.
I don't.
Whether or not, well, yeah, Dusty, you don't, but I think you're still
I'm not
downstairs,
there.
Yeah.
Merman's used to it now.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess Rembrandt's used to it, but
I got accidentally sucked into the world where there's lots of these things around, so yeah, I'm just crazy at this point.
at this point, haven't you always been?
Shh. No, my
Ouch.
secret.
So, Azurite, your
Mhm.
yeah, I'm gonna say your hand's actually still a bit in pain.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the bones aren't broken anymore, but it's stiff and it
Yeah.
doesn't feel too good.
Your steadfast
It's like
loyalty
the
is
pain
greatly
isn't gonna be going away
appreciated.
anytime soon. But hey, it's healed.
Yeah, I healed it, but don't move it for a while. You know. It's what was that spell from Harry Potter where he heals Harry's arm, but it's like rubber?
Accio.
Yeah,
No.
that one.
No, it wasn't
No!
Accio. How
No,
dare you?
No.
I am fully
Accio.
aware it's not Accio.
I
Accio
haven't
It
seen
bullshit.
was Brachium Emendum, I think it was.
Oh
And-
wow, look at you
I know, look at
go.
this.
Like my brain
With
was
the
like,
Harry Potter
wait.
spells.
Oh, so Daga, you're now on the other end of the spectrum where someone knows too much about Harry Potter. Now you're
It's
upset.
too much for your own good.
How dare you be
Dude,
wrong
I
about Harry
read
Potter?
those things
How dare
almost.
you know exactly what the spell is?
I was
Oh.
actually reading those back, like from the end to the back, and then from the back to the and then yeah. That's how much I read them. I was actually doing that out of boredom.
Okay.
Okay. So do I identify the thing yet?
Yeah, it
And
has
I
been a
like
few minutes,
books.
but Kalani and Toby, did you find a bed? Choose a bed to curl up in and just chill the fuck out and maybe drink a potion?
We'll go with the big one.
Of course.
I think Rembrandt's also gonna take one of those potions after he learns the result of the armor.
Okay, so yeah, it been around 11 minutes, you said? So, yeah, Yark. You, from this adamantine half-plate armor, it's definitely magical.
Do you want me
You
to send
can-
you what Identify does?
Yeah, I know what Identify does. I
Okay.
looked it up before this,
Okay.
because I figured this would happen. And here's the thing, I'm gonna take a little bit of liberty on the Identify spell and what it gives you.
Okay.
So, from this armor, you can feel that it's definitely magical. As far as the schools of magic go, you can feel all of them,
Ooh.
all at the same time, and also not at all.
Hmm.
You can also feel 8 other things coming from this armor, but you can't really tell what they are. You feel the word sisters come up in your mind. It's very prominent once your ritual completes and you can feel all of these things from the armor. The word sisters just kind of sits in your mind really, really adamantly. And you also get the feeling that when this armor is struck, something might happen.
Hmm. Interesting.
Ah, armor. I wonder what that feels like. Well,
Alright. I will hand it back
Why don't you
to
touch it,
Rembrandt. And say, it's definitely magical. I don't know much else other than that. I think it does something when you get hit, and it's something to do with sisters.
Rembrandt will tilt his head and shrug and say, "Well, thank you for identifying it." And he's gonna look for a room to change, and he'll try this one.
It was Cleek who broke his arm, right?
No.
No, Azurite broke her hand.
Azurite.
Yeah.
Azurite broke her hand. Okay.
Mm.
Yark is going to take what looks to be a large mechanical slug out of his backpack and say,
Azurite's downstairs, by the way.
yes, and then run down the stairs, holding it over his head, saying, Azurite, come here.
Okay.
That's right. You about to get slugged.
So
Azurite looks a
it
bit
looks to be-
confused.
It looks like it has really big, like really small metal segments that help it move like a slug, and it's got this
Mhm.
really clear, thick slime at the bottom, and it's running toward Azurite. Azurite,
What?
this will help you. And then he places it. But before he can say anything, he places it on Azurite's arm. And and that's me casting less restoration.
We're helping.
So yeah, Azurite, before you can do anything, Yark just runs up to you with a slug over his head, slams it on your arm, and says, "This'll help!" And yeah, Cleek had healed the bones, but again, you were stuck with a very stiff hand, and it was still in quite a bit of pain. But as soon as the slug hits your arm and you feel the slime just kind of wrap around your entire hand,
As well as the slug. The
wrist.
slug also takes its sweet time sliding all over his arm.
Oh yeah. So this slug is just having a good old time running around Azurite's paw and arm, and as it does this, Azurite, the pain and the stiffness just goes away. Your hand is all good.
Oh, I mean, there's nothing special. I could have done that anytime. Yeah, slugs, slugs again. if I wanted to.
And then Yark holds his hand out, and the slug is pulled back into his backpack. It curls up before doing that, though.
like a pill bug?
Exactly.
Oh my god.
It's like a pill bug slug thing.
Pill bug slug.
That was.
It's a pill slug.
Okay.
Good.
Before I go back to Rembrandt for a second, Rosalind, what are you doing after just falling through the roof after feeling like you were really, really needed? And suddenly everybody's just kind of wandering around the upper floor of this tavern and inn.
I'm gonna dust myself off, and then I'm gonna go pick up Rembrandt.
I think he was in the process of changing into his new armor, so Rembrandt, how does that go for you?
Well, I was gonna ask you if this room is unoccupied or is there anything wrong with it.
No one's in it.
Okay. Well, then he's just gonna start changing and donning off his armor and putting on the new armor, new adamantite armor.
Okay, so Rembrandt or Rosalind, you run into the room as soon as Rembrandt finishes putting on this adamantine half plate. You go to lift him, but as soon as your arms wrap around him, you can actually feel a static shock, and it pushes you back a few feet. And Rembrandt, you also feel this static shock, but you can't really go anywhere because it's coming from the armor, and it lasts for a couple seconds. It doesn't hurt you or anything. It's just really fucking annoying and surprising. But as it dissipates, you feel the armor suddenly shift a bit and tighten around your body as if it was always meant to be form-fitting to you specifically.
Ooh. So I guess
That's just how all magic armor works.
Oh,
Yep.
is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was
You can even
creative.
put it on a feral character and they'll be able to use it.
I mean, whether or not that's how all magical armor works, excuse me, this just feels a little bit different.
So, in that case, as I feel it like wrap around me and stuff like that, I'm assuming there's a sort of a gauntlet coming on it.
No, it doesn't actually have gauntlets.
Oh yeah, it's a half flame. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's Kuros, Spalders, and I can't remember what they're called, but the bits over the sides of the thighs.
It's not pauldrons, is it? Pauldrons is a lot more.
Well, I think the difference is Spalders are attached to the breastplate itself, and pauldrons aren't, but that might be backwards, and I think that might be the difference. I'm not entirely sure.
Either way, I'll try to take off one of the shoulder pieces. Does it give?
No, it does not at all.
Welp.
Well, I'll look
yes,
at
as
Rosalind.
in Greaves. Thank you.
I'll look at Rosalind and
I
I'll
thought
just be
greaves
like,
were like full
Yeah,
load
Greaves
covers.
are the legs. Greaves
Yeah,
are
they're like the whole
shins
legs.
and stuff. Yeah, I can't remember what the bits on the thighs are called, but whatever. That's what they have, and they're attached by leather straps as well as the shoulder bits. Those are attached to the breastplate and cuirass by leather straps.
faults. FAULDs.
What?
That's the like the thigh pieces.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so it's those.
I've
Guys,
heard of having a magnetic personality, but not a repelling personality. Congratulations,
Yes.
Rembrandt.
What's up?
I need a new subscriber.
I just resubbed, so it can't be me.
I am 1 subscriber away from unlocking something. I think it's a new emote on the channel.
Most likely an emote.
Most likely.
Well,
Someone needs
I'm
to
already a
subscribe.
subscriber, so-
We
So,
need a
yeah.
new subscriber.
If-
If,
one
okay,
more.
wait. If somebody watching right now is not currently a subscriber and subscribes, something random will happen
Oh no.
right when you subscribe.
Oh no. You're gonna take it out on me.
Good.
Just against wild magic again.
Plus, don't forget that if you are already a subscriber, you can gift a subscription to somebody else.
Our modest fellow.
Hey.
Praise the sub.
So
Praise
how
the
about
sub.
it,
Goodness.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that was great. Thank you.
Rembrandt's gonna help Rosalind up.
Wait,
and ask if she's okay.
Somebody subscribed. We gotta wait for Daga to do the immediate thing.
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it that quickly, so I'm still reading.
Oh god.
Still reading what?
You don't need to know.
Better get some legendary gear for this.
Boy, I hope I don't go to sleep and ask something that asks me to use my fears. I
Well,
wouldn't even begin to understand that.
While you read, Rembrandt's gonna help Rosalind up and ask if she's okay.
I never fell over. I just got knocked backwards.
Oh, well, are you okay?
No, I just got sapped. Of course I'm not okay.
Did Rosalind like get damage, or was it just a repelling force?
It was just a small repelling force. She was
Look at
only
my
pushed
tail,
back
it's
a
all
couple feet.
frizzled.
Oh yeah, also that. She's super poofed.
Like my tail is currently blotting out the doorway.
Rembrandt's gonna try to
Okay,
help
pause.
maintain it.
Pause.
Okay.
Okay, so
Pause.
for the next hour,
Oh no.
anytime you make an ability check, roll 1d4 and add the result.
oh no.
Y'all have no faith in me. You thought I was gonna make it a bad thing?
I didn't know what to expect.
It's kind of
Well,
in
That
the
was
DM
my
job
last- That was my
description.
last $5.
I'm wearing cursed armor, so
It is very much appreciated, Big Mac.
No
I
problem.
already used my last $5 to gift one to a near, but I couldn't do a second because, like I said, last $5.
But yeah, so that was good. So that happened. And that's all of you. All of you have that effect.
So what's going on now?
So, all of you suddenly feel a weird, like, little tickle in the back of your mind. And you know that every time you make an ability check for the next hour, you roll 1d4 and add the result.
Ah,
Okay, so, Rembrandt and Raz continue.
Rembrandt's gonna try to help maintain Rosalind's tail back to proper poofage.
That's gonna at least take 2 hours of coming.
Oh crap. I
Do you
think
know how
Kalani
long I spend every morning to get the perfect tail?
I think Kalani and
oh no.
I think Kalani and Toby are resting, so we have a while.
This is when, like, he's gonna transfer static into it, like, every 3 strokes or something.
I just long rested all of you for the ease of shit.
Okay.
since none of you had done your restings yet, especially those of you who actually took a potion. So I just did it for you and everybody got it. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Daddy.
You can't say that.
Oh my god. Okay. So yeah, Kalani and Toby are still resting unless they are doing something else. Rosalind, Rembrandt, you're just kind of wearing really weird armor that you realized you can't take off. Yark just put a slug on Azurite's arm, and Dusty is eating something.
Yes, he was eating more food that was on the tables.
Okay. Cleek, what are you doing?
Did I find food to eat?
What?
Did I find food to eat?
Yeah, there's just like half-eaten plates all over the tables.
Nom nom nom.
Join
it's-
me.
And it's like bits of meat, cheese, hardtack, black bread, that kind of stuff.
Ew.
And fruit.
Ooh. Nah, I'm okay. I'm gonna
What
just
are you telling
I'm
my
gonna
dad
explore
about
around,
this?
see if anything was left behind.
No,
Nice
not really.
As far as valuables.
No real valuables, actually. I think the only valuables were found on the table in front of Yark as he was casting his ritual upstairs, and that was, I think I said a small pile of gold and silver, so Yark, you actually found 4 gold and 7 silver.
Let me specify. Valuables as far as the good booze.
Oh. Well, not really. Apparently everybody who had been in here before and kicked them out to give you all free drinks, they were all cheap bastards. The half
Is there
drink.
a wine cellar or an ale cellar?
No. There's not. If you look behind the bar there, it's just the few kegs.
I'm gonna pick through the fruit and take out all the seeds. Yes, I actually have a reason for doing this.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna stick them in my pocket for later and go laze around for Kalani and Toby.
Okay.
Well, Rembrandt would like to ritual cast detect magic, and as he's doing that, he's also going to go to each room and search and see if he could find anything about her.
You don't find anything. It's as if these rooms hadn't been rented in a long time. In fact, most of the desk and table surfaces are covered in a thin layer of dust.
Do I pick anything up from detect magic?
No.
No.
Well, yeah, but it's coming from your armor.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess we're waiting for Kalani and Toby to wake up.
Not asleep.
Yeah, so you can't sleep.
Well, you're taking like a rest in the bed.
A very long rest.
We get up after about an hour.
Okay, yeah, so after about an hour, if any of you look out the windows that are scattered around the walls of the tavern, you can tell that it's dark out by this point. There aren't a whole lot of people wandering the trodden paths of Starshore anymore.
Well, Rembrandt will descend down the stairs, looking for Azurite, and asking her if she thinks it would be a good idea to go visit our friends and report this.
So, as soon as you mention our friend, Azurite, in your
Mhm.
head, you feel something kind of click. And then you hear a voice, a very familiar voice. It's the voice of the grumpy raccoon Abe.
God damn it, Abe.
And he's, of
Is
course...
he ready and able?
So...
Yeah, I was about to say that like sounded like a forced laugh so hard.
A forest nymph.
So as you're right, in your head, only you can hear him. You hear him grunt, and he says, "What happened?" There was a huge ripple of energy, and right after we lost contact with Garrigus, who you know as the
Yeah,
yeah, you know who she is.
the lizard folk.
Yep. We can't find her anymore. She had projected somewhere just before that explosion of whatever, and we lost contact. What did you guys do?
Azurite will actually put a hand up like one moment. Rembrandt. Having a look at Azurite because she's not used to this yet. She will reply back, well, someone tried to kill our friends. Curious Light did that explosive energy from the looks of things.
Curious Light.
Mm-hmm. The young Tabaxi that we came with.
Oh, Miss Grandson.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Well, not going to freak out just yet about Garrigus having apparently gone missing, because her body is still intact, meaning her astral form has yet to be damaged in any way. So keep your eye on Curious Light. If that came from him, there's something about him that I don't think Mist ever noticed.
I'll keep my mind on that one.
And then you feel that you hear Abe grunt again, and then you feel this mental connection suddenly cease.
I don't think I'm ever gonna get used to that. Well, Abe knows what's going on at least for the time being. Perry Garrigus is no longer easy to be found despite her body still being physically here.
She's just not there, or
Apparently she projected herself before what Curious Light did.
hmm. Can I like look at Curious Light and inspect him and see if there's like an aura coming off for him or just something odd that wasn't there before?
Yeah, well, the only thing that wasn't there before is his confidence is still not his confidence. He is still a bit visibly shaken from what had happened. He's confused. He's been quiet this entire time, and you can actually tell that he's quite a bit tired. But you specifically don't see anything strange. However, as you're right, roll me
Oh no.
a
Don't forget your D4.
yeah, just roll me a perception check. Add your D4. Okay, cool. So, Azurite, even with that roll, you can definitely feel something weird about Curious Light. It's weird, yet still slightly familiar. You can kind of connect it to Abe, but it's garbled in a way. It's like it's as if the path that connects the two of them, the resemblance of the different energies about them, it's as if the path is really windy and crosses itself a few times. So you definitely feel something weird and also familiar about Curious Light.
Rembrandt's gonna look to Curious Light and ask him, Is Curious Light allowed to rest during this time?
Yeah.
Is that how he replies, or
What was that?
is that how he replies?
Oh, you were asking Curious
hesitant,
Light?
Yes. I was asking like can he rest? Like unlike us, like where it's different.
Yeah, he just kind of slowly nods.
Rembrandt would suggest that maybe he's just traumatized a little bit. Maybe we should let him rest.
And
probably be for the best for the time being.
yeah, so as soon as you mention letting him rest, Curious Light just kind of walks up to you, Rembrandt, leans against you, and closes his eyes for
Rembrandt would take him upstairs, put him in a bed, and sit in a chair opposite and watch over him. While he rests.
All right. So Toby and Kalani, you got up not too long ago.
Yes.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
Well, booze sounds good.
Well, there's a whole lot of half-drink takers and mugs downstairs still.
No, I want fresh stuff. I want no half-drank mugs.
Well, Cleek did find those couple of kegs behind the bar.
Yeah, what do you think he's going for?
What am I going for? I'm just kidding.
So yeah, Kalani, are you just gonna dip into one of the kegs there?
Yep. Both him and Toby.
All right, sounds good.
We're drinking buddies.
Nice. So I'm going to, well, Rosalind, real quick, what do you?
I'll sort of stand guard over Rembrandt and Curious Light.
Okay.
I'll also ask Yark what he's up to.
Yark's in the kitchen.
Get in the kitchen, bit. I mean, what?
Uh-huh.
I'm cooking food.
Yeah, so Yark is cooking. Dusty, what are you doing? Still eating?
He's not sure what to do. He's finished eating. How's Curious Light looking?
Asleep.
Yeah, he's asleep upstairs in one of the beds with Rembrandt and Rosalind watching over.
He's gonna go outside and just start dancing.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
So as you do that,
He's having
there's only...
fun.
Yeah, that's great. So as you do that, there's only a couple of patrons still wandering around the trodden paths of Starshore, and they definitely give you a weird look, but they don't really take that much of pause. They give you that look and continue on their way. And after a few minutes, there's no longer anybody on the street. So you're just having a good time out in the dark dancing alone, which is awesome. Everybody needs to do that from time to time.
Dusty does it more frequently than other people, but he likes his fun.
Okay, and Cleek, what are you doing? Oh, he bio break. So, Yark, what you find in the kitchen is what you saw on the plates scattered on the tables. Basically, you see various uncooked salted meats. You see wooden bowls full of fresh fruit. You see a few fish. Even though this is a fishing village, apparently Anne didn't really enjoy selling fish in her tavern. And you see blocks and wheels of cheese. So you're able to cook up some pretty tasty ration. Awesome. So about an hour passes, and yeah, so about an hour passes, and Yark has come up with a tasty, delicious, mediocre meal for everybody.
Mediocre. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a first.
Best. He tried his best, but it wasn't. It's definitely tasty, but some bits are a little bit too salty. Like some of the veg that he found is a little bit too salty. He sauteed the leafy greens a little too long, maybe. The sear on the meats is a bit.
You forgot about the D4.
Oh yeah, you did forget about the D4. Oh no, that's over because it was only for an hour.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry guys. But yeah, so some of the sear on the meat is a little bit too done. It's a little charred in some places. The fruits are sort of okay, but you may have forgotten to wash some of them. The cheese is like the best part of this meal that you made, to be completely honest.
I mean,
Eisen,
the
it's
cheese makes
tasty.
the meal.
Yeah. Eisen, it's tasty and mediocre because it's still you can still definitely eat it and it tastes good in some aspects, but it's super mediocre in certain other aspects. Trust me, I've made food exactly like that before, so it can happen.
Hey, Yark, are you feeling okay?
What was that?
I'm asking Yark if he's feeling okay.
Oh. So yeah, Yark, you have created this meal. Are you presenting it to everybody?
with the bacon.
I can't believe Yark is freaking dead.
Pretty much, Eisen, yeah. Tastes good, but with an odd aftertaste, and some spices are too much, some are too little, some of them are actually okay.
Everyone press F for Yark.
Wow, I've never seen bar stools used as garnish.
It's wood shavings from the bar stools.
Dusty doesn't know better. He'll eat wood.
So, yeah, Yark, you said you present this for everybody. Everybody, you can smell this food. And you can see that Yark has set the table for everybody.
Dusty will eat.
I believe Rembrandt and Rosalind are still watching, curious.
Dusty finishes his dancing
that
when he
doesn't mean
smells
our
food.
noses aren't twitching. Sorry, Dusty.
Azred is more curious if it's edible from how it smells.
Yeah, it smells good.
Okay, then yeah, that's right. We'll eat it.
Nom 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 nom.
Well, normally cheese stuff goes with wine, but I suppose that Kalani will partake.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was coughing. I choked on a chip.
Don't
That
do
is
it.
not fun.
No, it went away quickly because it was just a muncho, so they dissolve really easily, but...
Oh.
Still not fun.
Yeah, still wasn't super fun. So yeah, gonna push it along a little bit here. Another, 45 minutes or so pass. Everybody who wanted to eat ate their meal. Curious Light stirs and wakes up, looks around. He definitely seems a little better, but he's still being really quiet. He just seems sort of out of it. But he looks at you, Rembrandt, and nods and just gets up, grabs his stuff, and walks out of the room. He's wanting to go and move on.
Rembrandt's gonna take a hold of his shoulder as he's passing by and say, you gotta be able to tell me what's going on, buddy.
He just looks at you and shrugs. You can definitely sense a bit of confusion in his face, but he doesn't really offer anything else. He just looks a little confused, as if he doesn't know what's going on either. He shrugs and shakes his head and just continues on.
Rembrandt is going to pick him up and give him a piggyback ride for the remainder of our travel.
Aw, okay.
As he turns downstairs and joins up with the rest of them.
Sorry, I was having another coughing fit. Oh my god.
You're
Please live.
supposed to swallow, not inhale.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Are you dying?
Every day a little more.
That's sad.
We're all dying slowly.
That's so very, very sad.
Why'd you say that like Carol Channing?
That was
Why
from
you did.
Freakazoid.
Oh.
The mom's talking to her son. She's like, "Oh, why don't you go out?" And he goes, "I'm a nerd. Gaming is my life." And she's just like with a huge grin on her face. She's like, "That's so very, very sad." And then she just walks away.
We should all be outside, even though it's like 3 a.m. in the morning for me.
So yeah, that 45 minutes passed. Everybody ate. Curious Light is awake, has gone downstairs. Everybody else has gone downstairs. And again, it's pretty dark out. There isn't anybody on the streets anymore.
Cold rob everyone.
And I believe, Azurite, you remember before you left the mansion before, Abe did tell you that there was definitely trouble with the portal thing up north, and the best way to get there would be across the Lake of Luck. And he also mentioned the portal to the east in the desert in the city of Fakia, and that the best way to get there would to be travel north and then move through the break in the mountain range to the east.
If I remember correctly, we actually had a conversation about that in character.
Yes. They did.
Is Azurite saying our options out loud and where we should go?
No, I was meaning when.
I mean, like right
actually,
now.
wait.
Are you recalling what we should do?
Yeah. So
Remembrance
you either go to.
Maybe we should check on Tranquility. Maybe it might not be so tranquil now.
And if y'all don't remember, the Tranquility is the small oasis town south of Fakia that Mist in the morning and Curious Light are from.
Does Curious Light hear me say that?
He does, and he does at this point perk up a little bit. He doesn't seem worried, but he looks at you with a pretty confident look on his face, and he just shakes his head. And he says he finally speaks up at this point, and he says there's no need. The Tranquility is fine. I know it is. I can feel it.
Rembrandt, you gotta get a handle on Curious Light. He's become some kind of Sen Jedi.
Can I make a
No,
an
he's
insight
cool
check?
now. Shut up.
Can I make an insight check on Curious Light?
Yeah, go for it.
I'm checking if he's hiding, like if he's worried about Mist.
So the note said something about killing his grandfather, so he's definitely worried, but not worried enough to go back to the Tranquility.
Mm.
You can definitely still feel that air of confidence around him. He knows that the Tranquility is actually doing quite fine right now.
Well, all right.
Hey, Curious, do you want to play?
He looks at you, and his little ears twitch, and he looks hopeful for a second, as if he wants to, but then he shakes his head. He's definitely still a little exhausted from that sudden burst of energy that came from him.
Well, okay.
And he just quietly says, maybe later, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well, Rembrandt is gonna, like, if he I imagine he's already standing, but for dramatic effect I want him to sit and then stand up again and just say, well, we need to make a decision. Any in favor of going up north? Actually, he's gonna do it like this. Anyone in favor of going north? We wanted to do that one. That would be great. And he'll raise his hand, and then he'll quickly say, "And if you want to go to Fakiha, yeah, you can choose that one too if you want, and try and dismiss it."
I don't even know what you're saying. But I and he will
I'll raise Dusty
raise
into
a
here for
wing.
the Fakia.
Azure will be for going for Fakiha as well.
Wow, you got betrayed.
Seriously.
It's
Remember, she's like, "That's right. Stop." No, he's not.
I'm sure Kalani will be for going to Fakia.
Kalani?
Yes, he is.
Okay, so I think that leaves Cleek.
Yes.
So, the group you not unanimously, but majority votes to go north and then east onward to Fakiha.
Red's upset. He's pouting.
I don't know
Go
what
north
I'm
and then east
doing.
to Fakiha. I mean, I guess that would be the idea, wouldn't it? As opposed to what else would there be to do?
Well, there's another area in the north we have to go to.
Is Fakiha on the way or is it out of the way?
Out of the way.
Out of the way.
We have 2 destinations to go. We could go to.
The path is split for y'all now.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Which one is most direct for us to be able to sleep again?
I can't tell you that.
All right, we'll go Fakia.
Are you guys sure?
Yes.
Don't say that. Now I'm not sure. It's like the one thing you're not supposed to say. Yeah,
Go
I'm
across
sure.
the Lake of Luck. You guys want to go on a boat trip?
Yeah,
It's not like we aren't going to be having a boat trip at this point.
I don't know why I said that. Like, if we're going to McDonald's, so you want to go on a boat trip?
That's right. Has no idea what happened on your guys' last boat trip.
Boat trip? There's nothing wrong with a boat trip.
Don't worry about it.
If Rembrandt's voting for a boat, he really doesn't want to go.
Azurite knows these things.
Yeah.
Boat trip. I've not been in a boat.
So,
That didn't try
y'all
to
are
show
gonna
me.
decide where y'all are heading?
Well, it's kind of obvious where we're going.
Off the edge of the fucking map.
What
So,
in the
Harley.
world is going on over there?
My dog is rubbing itself against the floor.
All right.
That happened. But yeah, it looks like we're gonna be heading to Fakiha.
Righty then.
Wait.
You mean that word Dusty started saying whenever he punches?
Yeah, that one I think. Sign a petition to
So-
let Dusty say fuck.
so you all are going to Fakiha. And Azurite knows the way to go, which is northeast along the mountain range, and then to cut east through the break in the range, just north of the small city of Falkirk. So, you all set off on your horses. It's not super late at night, but it's definitely dark out. It's maybe a couple hours before the moon
not like-
is at its highest point.
It's not like we can sleep to take care of the nighttime.
Exactly.
I can, but I'm nocturnal. So I don't want to.
I'm also technically nocturnal.
Nocturnal?
Nocturnal.
Nocturnal.
Hey, I'm fucking nocturnal here. Hey,
Forget about it.
it's the city that never sleeps. It's called Fakiha.
Oh god.
I'm nocturnal. Fuck you.
You hear somebody else from the side shout out, "Hey, fuck you, buddy."
So
Hey, fuck
can
you.
y'all take a moment to roleplay about an hour's worth of travel, because I can't find the specific notes that I need right now. So
If
Oh,
you
no.
want,
Leave it
yeah,
to
give me just a
Dusty.
second. Give me just a second. Roleplay for a few minutes to fill in about an hour's worth of travel.
We're off to see the wizard. Wonderful wizard.
No,
No!
vetoed.
No!
Vetoed.
Hey!
Because.
Hey!
The wonderful, wonderful things he does. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, is it cool if I take the wheels off?
The wheels.
The whale.
Well, nobody
Wait, do we have a
said
wagon?
no.
No, you don't have a
No.
wagon. You just have horses.
Oh,
Vegan.
can I nibble on this horse?
Don't move on the horse.
It's so...
Daga, do you think it's possible for us to, on our way over there, possibly keep an eye out for the flowers? The
Yeah, sure.
miners? Would you like us to make rolls to see if we see any?
Go for it.
What would you like?
This
Nature.
sounds like a DM that knows for sure nothing's gonna come from whatever they're doing.
I know, right?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Go ahead and roll.
Optimal
Being
rolls.
attacked by Mothra.
Yeah, y'all don't see nothing.
Rembrandt's gonna tell everybody to
Okay.
keep an eye out for those flowers. Hint, hint. Everybody roll.
Flowers!
Alright,
Okay, I will
Kalani-
follow
Stack of
my
notes I needed.
perception.
I found the stack of notes I needed, but I have to get to the correct part, so give me another couple minutes.
Give us some more nature rolls, baby.
Optimal
it's
rolls.
Oh my god.
Someone say nature rolls?
Yes. Please.
I
Cleek.
was totally expecting
Cleek, where did your
intimidation.
Rosalind, where did your dice go?
I know. I saw
Yeah,
that too.
Rose's dice just flew off the screen.
Like it bounced against the far
It's
wall.
because I'm a
and
pro.
Went all the way back.
That's why. And I rolled a 15 with no
There's your
modifiers.
nature
so
roll.
Oh
suck it.
god.
We're running out of batteries.
Yeah, you all don't see those Mind Reaver flowers anywhere.
Oh, whoops.
Kalani, would you like to
I
look
rolled
at
the wrong
flowers
thing.
that save our life?
Kalani is going to be preoccupied.
Was I supposed to roll nature or perception?
Roll nature.
Okay.
You know, Kalani, the flowers
Not
that
better.
keep us alive and not dead. Would you like to
Forever sleeping.
Yes.
That dealer just looks confused and said, like, don't eat them?
So, while you all don't necessarily find these flowers that you're all looking for, along the. Yeah, let me find words. Jesus.
What are
Jesus will
words?
help you find words.
I'll use my fluid intelligence ability.
Oh my god!
Oh, wow.
It's as crunchy as a cabbage.
What
I
the
can tell you
actual-
that.
What the fuck?
What the actual fuck?
Yeah, Kalani, even you don't see any of the flowers.
Dog, I'm gonna.
But.
Even me?
That guy will
Uh,
bite your butt if you don't.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
You guys
What
found
you do start to see are signs of tracks from wagons in the ground.
with the nature check? Or...
No, not with the nature check. You just see them.
Oh.
Wagon wheels.
These wagon wheels are made out of mahogany.
Let's say mahogany.
Thank you for the Hunger Games reference.
I was thinking DBZ abridged.
Yeah, that
I
was
was
that,
thinking,
that was
that's what
that
I was
was the
Oh,
boat. I mean,
all right. Well, fine.
Mahogany.
see if you had let us found a Mineweaver with the 25, maybe I would have been in that boat, Daga. But
So yeah, you see the imprints of wagon wheels in the dirt along this kind of, it's sort of a path but not really a path up to the northeast.
Wild trail.
is it going along our route, or
Sort of. It looks like
Hmm.
it is at first, but it looks like it starts to twist and turn as if serpentining,
Mhm.
and you start to see scuffles in the dirt, and then before all of you, about 50 yards ahead, you see one wagon upright, but it's been severely burned. You see a second wagon on its side, and you see a dead horse.
Oh,
The worst thing.
The sad part about
long
this
has
is
this-
only the one horse out of the
How lo-
two wagons.
How long has this horse been dead?
It's been
Too
dead a couple
long.
days.
Cool. That means the meat's still
11 minutes.
Intuitive seconds.
I can butcher it. I'm good at that. I have a kit for it, even.
So
I have a
as-
feeling you have a kit for everything.
No.
that's
So,
dark.
if you guys get even just a
Trust
little
me.
bit closer, you can notice that the wagon that's on its side, it looks like it had been blown apart, sort of, from the inside out.
Ouch.
And you also see arrows scattered along the ground, sticking out of the wagons. You see multiple bloodied cuts along the horse's body. You see what could only be the indents and cuts of swords into in the wood of the wagons.
Remember, it's gonna check our surroundings, making sure we're not about to get ambushed.
Eric's gonna put his hands on his hips and say, "What a friendly-looking place."
I like the feel of this place. It makes me confident.
It shouldn't.
Rembrandt, you don't notice anything at all, really.
Okay.
Look with your special eyes.
Uh,
My brand.
brand.
she is, Illustrate's gonna come over to see if she can pick up any particular smells of how it exploded, if it's a familiar sense or not, if it's still there to some extent.
Like a trace.
Yeah.
You definitely smell something a little weird. It's almost spicy.
Sorry, that
in
was
a
me.
way.
Please.
But coming from specifically the wagon that seems to have been blown apart from the inside, you definitely smell a sort of spicy scent. But other than that, there's nothing else that you can really pick up on it.
Would Yark know this spicy scent?
No, actually.
Oh.
Does
Spicy
it smell
we
like
talking.
explosions?
That's
He's
the
the
arsonist.
Doesn't smell like sulfur.
It
Dark
does
is-
not smell like sulfur.
Yark is the master spice.
Well,
Saga, what spice does it smell like?
Paprika.
Oh.
oh god, it's one of those.
It's a spice vendor.
Should I roll a medicine check?
I
What would you be rolling a medicine check for?
I don't know. Try and is it paprika? Do we figure that out?
I mean, it smells like paprika. If your character knows what paprika is, then she'll know that it smells like paprika.
Oh no, she would not.
Okay, so yeah, you just smell a slightly spicy scent.
I mean,
And
I
for
know-
some
I
reason, to
know
you, paprika
herbs,
is spicy, which is very strange.
I mean, I'm a bird. Lots of things are spicy.
Can I examine the inside
I
of
mean-
the wagon?
I mean, you can't even burp normally, so there's that problem too.
Yeah, that.
Rembrandt, you said you're examining the wagons?
Yeah.
Which one specifically?
The one that's on its side.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an investigation check. So, the only thing that you really find are bits and pieces of blown apart boxes and small chests that may or may not have held items at one point, but there's nothing really left. However, you do find a slightly crumbled up, slightly burnt flyer for a summer fair.
Is it still legible?
Yes, it is. And you can tell that the flyer is for a traveling summer fair that is supposed to take place in a few days. And it says that the fair's next location is a small wooded clearing right outside of the town of Woodhurst. Which, as you know, since you're familiar with our this place, is just along the eastern edge of the Lake of Luck. And the fair is called the Sunburst Summer Fair.
And this is out of the way of our objective to Fakiha, isn't it?
No, if you're looking at the map that I have revealed to you right now, Woodhurst is to the west of the break in the mountain range that you have to go through to the east, but it's still kind of along the way.
I guess we're going to the group and say, do you guys want to do anything about this, or?
I was going to say
like
something. I forgot what I was
festivals.
going to say.
I feel a little bad about these people who came to deliver fun and found death. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It's not like we can make them back into fun, though.
So yeah, there's not a whole lot much else around this wreckage of a very small two-wagon caravan.
And let's keep going. Onward.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not much else we're gonna get for information from this.
Yeah, because their only body there is also just the dead horse.
Yeah. Is there anybody sleeping inside the carcass of the horse?
Oh my god.
No?
And I thought it smelled bad on the outside.
I'll open this horse.
And Jussie just unceremoniously slices it open.
I
Can I get
mean,
the horse
he does have a bone saw, you know.
Yeah. Well, let's not traumatize Curious Light. Let's keep going.
So, as you all leave this small, broken, destroyed caravan behind, Rembrandt, are you taking the flyer with you?
Sure.
Okay. So, as you all are traveling, this is when you start to cut a little bit more east.
Oh, Doug,
What?
can I do one thing before we leave?
Yeah.
Detect magic?
Yeah, you don't feel any magic. Again, the only magic that you can feel with this spell is the magic coming from your armor.
Alright, let's go.
So at this point, you also do start to cut a little bit more east. And as you do so, you do near the mountain range a little bit more. And suddenly the air in front of you twists. You can physically see the air itself twist and distort. And it seems to come in on itself at a small point and then burst out again.
Dusty,
And-
what have you done this time?
It wasn't me this time. I didn't sneeze yet.
Yet.
And floating there is a small levitating thing that's lit up and sparkly and is completely translucent. It doesn't have a face.
Well, this is fun. Having to deal with such things again.
Mm.
They have no face?
Yeah, it doesn't have a face. And it's small, just kind of floats there for a few seconds in silence after it comes into being.
Can I touch it?
Do you reach out to try and touch it?
Yes.
Okay, so as you do so, it flies back very quickly. And
Wait, no, come back.
It speaks. And in a very soft voice, it says, please don't touch me. I don't know what could happen. And I would like for the original Iron Fang group to roll perception.
Do we still have that +4? Or is that...
No, that's long gone.
That was
Okay.
yeah. I was about to say that was like,
Please.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
My low rolls.
Ooh.
Hiya. There we go. 26.
Okay.
When you're the only one that rolled below 10.
So, Rembrandt, Cleek. Oh, wait. Yeah, so Rembrandt, Cleek, and Kalani. The three of you recognize this voice as the voice that appeared in the horrendous nightmares you had just before waking up to this entire thing happening in the first place.
Is this the creature? Is this the same voice of the creature that was with that bad dude?
Nessarian.
Yes. It's the same one.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's only the three of you that notice this. So Cleek, Rembrandt, and Kalani. Azurite and Rosalind, you can't really place where the voice is from. It's not familiar to you at all. However, Azurite, you definitely feel something super weird about this thing floating in front of you.
Oh goody.
You can't tell whether or not it's hostile, but it's definitely putting off the same kind of energy that you felt from Curious Light and that you felt from Abe and all of the other sleepers that you've come into contact with. And after it like flies back really quickly out of Dusty's reach, it simply says, bad things are starting to happen. Everything is unstable. You need to do something, please. And then it blinks out of existence.
Aw.
Well, that was kind of
Poor
redundant. It's not like we
existence.
aren't already doing that.
Could I make an insight check to see if it wasn't trying to lead us astray?
I was wondering if it looked tasty.
I mean, it looked like a floating ball of sentient light.
Yeah, it doesn't mean it didn't look tasty.
I mean, does that look tasty to you?
Could I make an insight check at his words?
Yeah, 1 second. But who said that redundant?
Don't worry,
Azurite.
mysterious ball of light. Nobody knows what happens when they touch me either.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't catch who said the thing about being redundant?
Azurite, because it's like we're already kind of already doing something.
Yeah, I know, but that specifically... I can't... No metagaming!
Was that
Fine.
was
Be
that
bitch
like
if you
a was that
I'm
like
kidding.
was that like a nudge for us to hurry up and complete our mission?
No, it absolutely wasn't.
Okay.
It was
No,
just
it
a
absolutely
voice that a
wasn't.
few of you recognized and a
No.
being that a few of you recognized popping up, who you recognize to have appeared with Nessarian, the god of the dream realm. the same being popped up and was like, shit's getting real bad. It's unstable.
Can I make my inside check now?
Yes.
Oh.
Holy shit. So, thank you. So that roll allows you to kind of connect a few things, and the word unstable specifically resonates with you, and you kind of connect that to the rumors about the portals and what the portals are there for, what they're doing. You remember Azurite having mentioned something that Abe said about the portals being used to connect the two realms, and this being that supposedly works for Nassarian just popped up and was like, holy shit, shit's unstable, it's going bad.
Well, Rembrandt would elaborate all this out loud as he's thinking about this stuff, and say maybe we should double time it to Fakiha now and try and finish that, get rid of that portal.
I mean, do you
Yeah,
want me to
sounds
pick you
good.
up and run?
Yeah.
I don't think we can get any faster than we're going.
Well, how many carrots does everybody's horses have? We can keep.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
What do you want me to do? Bludgeon the horse to death?
Yes, blend it. Yeah.
Will it
the
blend?
horse.
Will
But
it
yeah.
blend? That is the question. Don't breathe this.
I mean,
Oh,
probably.
God.
I do not want to try this.
Yeah, that's how Rembrandt's interpreting it. Is we should probably double time it to Fakiha now. And go close that portal that's around there.
Alright. And honestly, I'll tell you what, guys, I know you all complained about slight railroading before. That was not actually a railroad. That was triggered by you guys.
Lol.
Nice.
Railroad.
I think it was
Chugga
great.
chugga 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 choo choo.
You're not on tracks right now. I actually have you guys off the tracks, and I'm very proud of myself for it.
Whee!
Woo woo.
So, are you guys going to just continue traveling to the northeast?
Yes, we are still heading towards Kiha.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Daga,
I.
would you think this is a good time for an intermission, or?
Yeah, I would actually. Thank you. I was thinking that, but I wasn't sure if we had been running long enough. But since somebody else mentioned it, I'm gonna go ahead and go with a yes.
That gives you amnesty. Go ahead.
Well, okay then.
What?
Guys, thank you all so much for joining us so far. We will be back here in just a few minutes. Somewhere between 5 and 10. Thank you for your patience. We will be right back.
I am stepping away for a couple minutes, so.
All right, everybody, we are back. Thank you all so much for your patience there. This is Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons, and I'll turn it back over to Daga.
Hey, howdy, hi. So, y'all were traveling northeast between the Lake of Luck and the mountain range that separates the plains from the desert. You came across a ruined caravan. Rembrandt found a flyer for the Sunburst Summer Fair, and you all promptly moved on.
Oh, they burst all right.
What?
Die.
Smack.
I said they burst all right.
I would like to roll an attack on Rembrandt.
Please don't.
Just smacks up to the head.
So yeah, you all promptly moved on. The little sprite type deal popped up in front of you guys, said some kind of weird stuff. Rembrandt sort of knows what's going on, and sorry, there was a bug in my face. We left off there, and you all are still presumably traveling to the northeast, sort of close to the mountain range.
Yes.
As you all are traveling along that way, another hour or so has passed by. At this point, the moon is at its highest point in the sky. It's bright. You can see very clearly. And can you all give me perception checks?
I mean, we could.
I mean, I could, but I'm gonna fail it.
I might actually do terrible.
So I rolled, but it went all the way off the board.
I can see.
Clearly now the
And it happened
rain is
again. What in the
gone.
world?
I'm so upset. I tried to roll with my trackpad on my laptop, and I got a
Rip.
20, but I didn't reach it to the. It didn't reach the board.
Oh no!
I know.
I will preface this with Dusty was looking around for something to play with whenever he spotted this.
Fair. So, Rembrandt, Roslyn, Dusty, and Azurite, you all, to your immediate east, within the bottoms of the hills that eventually form the bottoms of the mountain range, you start to see little shimmers here and there.
Ooh, what's that?
Oh
And
god, are we having heat hazes?
these little shimmers are much more prominent because of the moonlight above. And what you also start to notice are the shape of the shimmers. They're very familiar. At least to everybody but Dusty.
They're basilisks, aren't they?
They
Ooh.
are.
Are these-
I'm gonna murder
You
you.
see 3 of them tussling about in the hills. and they haven't really seemed to notice you yet. And you're also still quite a ways away. But the reason why all of you can see these is because they're very recognizable at this point. It's dark out and they're shimmery.
Well, Rembrandt's gonna suggest that maybe we ambush them. Because we could always use more essence.
Yeah. Not to mention it will, from the looks of things, help for around here as well.
Is it time to blend? Please tell me it's time
Yes.
to blend.
It's time.
Rembrandt will look
It's
to Rosalind,
time.
give her a soft smile, and give like a nice nod. Like, yes, it's time to blend.
Rosalind already has both hammers in hand.
Blend? What's that?
Let her show you.
Okay. We will
So,
watch expectantly.
so what are y'all doing? Like I said, they're quite a ways away. The reason why those of you who did notice them can see them is because they're shimmery and they're just very recognizable at this point.
Like,
Certainly-
how far away is a bit of ways away?
Certainly out of range of pretty much everything. What was that?
Oh,
Was that a
right.
dog
was
shit?
my
That
dog.
was.
It is Dusty's
It
dog. though.
sounded like someone slapping their thighs really quickly.
If
How
it
do you
was
know what
that,
that sounds like?
if it was, I would be extremely impressed with how fast they would be able to do that.
Wow.
Dusty's dog or D dog.
Oh my.
As someone
That was me
proceeded to
slapping
do
my thigh really
so.
quickly.
I
Thank you for that.
Well, you challenged me, so
I didn't challenge shit.
I took it as a challenge.
Either way,
Now it's
yes,
wow.
let us make our way to go and kill them and
Yeah.
take
All right.
their essence.
So, as you all start to approach, they still haven't noticed you, but they do seem to stop their tussle. One runs further into the hills, and the other two follow very quickly after it, chasing it. And they eventually go out of sight. But you're able to follow the tracks if you so choose, because they're pretty clear. They're tussling about,
Probably
fighting a
leading,
bit.
probably leading us to somewhere, but hey, we could use the essence still.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, we'll continue into Dogger's Trap. Go ahead.
It's not a trap.
Shut up.
Josh.
You guys can follow if you want.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. You literally don't have to.
No, but we kind
But-
of need the essence at the
but-
same time.
I must blend.
Their tracks are
What's
very
essence?
visible.
I must blend.
Dova. Dogga opens up a map that says Basilisk Trap.
I hate you guys. It doesn't.
Hurriedly changing it.
The timing could not have been better on that when you said opens up a map.
Oh my god.
Y'all are rude.
You know we love
The
you, Dogger.
rudest.
Oh, you're lucky Sky Daddy loves you too.
Mhm.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sparkle Daddy.
Either one.
You can be skydiving too.
Sky Daddy is sounds like the god of the world, which makes sense.
Yeah, well, also the DM of the game that I play in, his nickname is Sky Daddy. So I'm just gonna
Lol.
stick with Sparkle Daddy.
Okay, yeah, because then that's his thing, I guess.
Yeah.
Sparkle butts.
But yeah, so you all follow the trail and the shimmers of these basilisks, and you come up to the mountain's edge. There's a bunch of boulders that lead into some pretty barren hills, and you see a gathering of dead trees and what looks to be some sort of stone formation beyond. And you see the shimmers disappear into the trees and the stone formation.
All right, well, we advance. Probably stealthily and cautiously, while observing our surroundings as we get closer.
Psst. Hey,
What?
who has detect magic?
Rembrandt does. I guess Rembrandt will put down.
Just
We'll
in case.
We'll say maybe he was casting it on the way there.
Okay,
He
so
has
I'll
a plan.
take it. And once again, I mean, you can definitely feel magic because the astral basilisks are created from dream magic specifically, and you're wearing magical armor,
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
so you feel some magic.
So I pretty much can hone in on where the basilisks are.
Yeah, and you also watched them disappear into the gathering of dead trees and stone formation.
Okay. Do I detect anything else around me? It has a 30-foot range around me.
I kind of want you to make a roll for how hard you're detected.
Detected or detecting?
Detecting.
What would you like? Would you like a mix of Arcana and Perception?
Yes, actually, I would.
Okay. Oh boy.
Don't mess this up.
Okay, so yeah, as you're kind of feeling about with your detect magic feelers, you do feel something a little off. That's actually behind you.
Oh. Whip around.
So as you turn around, what you see a few dozen yards beyond is once again you can see the very space and air in about a 3-foot radius undulate and twist and distort. And it seems like the middle starts to light up and shimmer a little bit, and then it all closes in on itself and suddenly blinks out of existence. And you no longer feel anything from that specific point.
I'll ask Azurite if she sensed anything then. I'll point exactly where it was.
Yeah, Azurite, as that happened, your entire body seems to twitch from the inside out.
Oh, fun.
It doesn't hurt necessarily. It's very surprising.
Kind of like those reflex twitches.
Yeah, except it's your entire body.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a yikes. I know that feeling. It's not fun.
Yeah.
Suddenly Azrael's organs on their outside.
No, not that extreme, but she does suddenly have quite the intense cluster headache just above her left eye.
Wait, what's going on above my left eye?
You have a very intense cluster headache above your left
eye. She will proceed to hold at her head. In agony. What in the hell?
Are you okay? And can I call you Annie?
Oh my god.
Can Rembrandt massage her temple?
Dusty,
Maybe-
I am so proud of you right now.
Maybe
What was
using
that?
That was a really good one. That was good.
What was that? Some kind of magic feedback?
Hell if I know.
Could Rembrandt use a medicine check to rub her temple to try and make it feel better?
Yeah, sure. So,
Please don't crit fail.
No, that actually works. She does start to feel a little bit better as you rub her temple because it's not like a magical headache. It was just a very sudden, intense cluster headache that somehow had something to do with whatever the fuck just happened. But as you're doing that, you do hear Curious Light in a delayed reaction, maybe, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear him wince, and he also grabs his head for a second, but he shakes it off and then straightens himself back up.
Rembrandt
Something's
will-
wrong. Very likely.
Rembrandt would yell to Curious Light. Not yell. Just normal speaking. To be like, are you alright?
He looks at you, smiles weakly, and nods. It's a weak smile, but he knows he's okay.
Hmm.
So yeah, that happened.
Yeah. Are the basilisks moving from that area, or are they beyond my detecting range?
What's your detecting?
30 feet.
Well, they are at this point beyond the range, but you can definitely pinpoint where they went before they went beyond the range. And again, it was into that cluster of dead trees with
Right.
the stone formation beyond.
Mhm. I'll look to Azurite and I'll ask her, what do you want to do? Because that seemed a little bit weird. I don't know if you want to pursue this or not.
We need to get more of the essence either way.
What's essence?
I'll tell Dusty it's the shiny stuff that me and York use to brew those potions.
Oh, is that in everything?
Only in those creatures that we saw running.
Oh. So they're ingredients. He will withdraw. He will produce a salt. I understand.
You get the pair of glasses. Like, I understand perfect.
I can see everything clearly now.
Well, I guess we will proceed with caution.
Okay. How cautious? Like, do any of you want to make stealth checks, or
I think-
tell me how y'all are moving along?
I think cautious to the point of stealth checking.
I will beat the shit out of every rock that we pass.
I punch the initiative.
I am fucking invisible.
Yeah.
Unless someone rolls a natural 20 to spot you.
As you start to move along, suddenly nobody else can see you either.
Azurite? Azurite?
Azurite? Who are you talking about? It was never an Azurite.
Literally vanishes from existence.
Who taught me everything I know? Oh,
Vanishes from the
Yark,
timeline.
you as well. Yark, you're just so small that as soon as you step into those dead trees, nobody can catch sight of you.
No, I've lost something important.
I rolled a natural 20 as
Wow,
well, and I have to
Rob.
drop it. I have to
Holy
drop it because I'm
crap.
wearing armor.
Oh man,
Oh.
that sucks.
It's not that you're wearing armor, you're wearing heavy enough armor to grant
Yeah,
disadvantage.
I'm literally wearing heavy armor.
So yeah,
all
those-
heavy armor have negative.
Well,
stealth.
shit.
I mean,
now I
so
wanna
is
do it
Rembrandt, but he manages to still roll a 13.
too. Here I go.
Holy
cool.
crap.
Don't forget that he is like all fucking dex.
Yep.
I'm back.
Dex,
So
dusty
Rembrandt
Dex.
and Rosalind, you two don't actually do too well at being quiet. You're just kind of tromping through these dead trees, come up to the stone formation, and you're like, "Ooh, what dat?" And you start poking at stuff.
Dogga,
Yeah.
Dusty seems
the
mad.
way it's
Hey, that's my
generally
thing.
done is a group,
Group stealth
At-
check.
yeah.
Pretty much the average of rolls.
I mean,
I've
honestly, I'm just gonna
never
still go with
done
this
that.
because it's fine.
Yeah,
I'm going with
I've
this
never
one.
done that in any of my games.
I would hope that Rembrandt's detect magics is still up to try and look for them.
Yeah, you can feel a bit of a remnant in the direction that you're heading, but nothing too strong. So you all wander into these trees, Yeah, get up to the stone formations that you saw glimpses of through the trees and hills. And you notice that they're really, really old ruins of some sort.
Ooh.
Really old ruins. Do I know anything about their type of architecture?
Uh, roll me history.
Yeah.
Not really, no. It's just really old and decrepit and made out of
Does-
stone.
Hey guys, this thing is really old and decrepit.
Does it seem like these creatures went inside the ruins?
Yeah, the trail, you can, not only can you feel the remnants of like a magical trail, Rembrandt,
Mhm.
but all of you can also see scuffles in the ground that show that they moved along this way.
These ruins, is it like an above ground thing, or are we going into like a dungeonish thing?
I can't tell you that.
I mean, is it stairway going down into like a cavern thing, or is it
No,
out in the open?
what you see ahead of you is this.
Hey, at least it's not a purple worm thing.
Yeah.
So through the ruins to the left of the map here, you're kind of standing behind those right now, and through
Okay.
those you can see everything else before you there.
Okay. Can I make a perception check to make sure that nothing is gonna ambush us?
Yeah, go for it.
Something that's
I mean, if they're
not-
magical, you'd be able to tell.
So, but I might be letting my guard down for things that are not magical.
True.
You don't really feel anything other than the regular little critters that would be wandering around mountain
Might I
ruins.
offer you a
Like
D4
Rosalind?
in these trying times?
Azrael is still going to be stealthing at this point.
Are you giving guidance?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Give the guidance.
19.
Yeah, you feel the same thing. You do once again feel the magical remnants of a trail in front of you. Kind of sort of heading into that bit of a chasm in the ground.
Yark finds dust.
Me!
Yark, you actually detect the same sort of stuff that
Great.
Rembrandt feels.
It's kind of awkward. You're feeling the things.
I guess we'll continue forward.
Yeah,
Quick,
Azrael is
jump into the
going to.
Squirrel power away.
Oh no. Yeah, okay. So none of those basilisks are around, so at least that we can see. So most likely they're
Yeah,
gonna be in
Far
the
around.
chasm thing. Is it me?
We're advancing.
Oh
Towards it.
no.
I rolled a perception check, Daga.
Yeah, you also feel the same. You detect, percept the same thing that the others felt. There aren't necessarily any like hostile creatures around you right now, and you can just feel the like. You can just notice the little critters wandering around. But again, you also see the tracks leading into this chasm.
Yeah, I was looking in the chasm.
Oh, you were looking in the chasm.
I literally said, "What's in the crack?"
Sorry, I was reading my notes. I'm sorry.
God damn it, I'm gonna take your notes off you and smack you with them.
I need my notes. But yeah, as you look down, it's the bit of an opening is the biggest part of the opening of the chasm is about 5 feet wide all around. And what kind of vision do you have?
Squirrel vision.
Regular vision.
Regular vision. Dumbass.
Hey.
Wow.
Wow, I meant like, can you see in dark at all?
No.
Okay, so yeah, it's
What
dark.
kind of squirrel has dark vision?
I don't know. Ask him.
It's dark and you can't see a whole lot. Yeah.
Because a squirrel wouldn't dark vision.
Yes, that was what we just said. What kind of squirrel would have dark vision was what I exactly said. Not counting a warlock. I knew it was on the tip of your tongue, Azareth.
But no, asteroid is no longer going to be something because it's kind of pointless at this point. Well, it's like the only way we're going to get anywhere is going down.
Rosalind's gonna light a torch and drop it down the chasm. Dagger.
1 second, I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. So, as you drop the torch down into the chasm, it is lit up. As it falls, you're able to kind of do the math. And you notice that it's about a 30-foot drop. But
okay, Rosalind's gonna jump down the hole.
Okay.
Can Rembrandt stop her? Try to grab her? And be like, hang on a second. Do we really need to go down this chasm? Do we need that to stop
I
that?
must go. My people need me.
Do we need that to... Do we need the essence to
they
bed?
don't.
So Rosalind goes down the cavern. Or the chasm.
Kazim.
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 Yes.
Okay. So you drop down. You're standing on top of the torch. Torch lights up a bit of area. And not only does the torch light up the bit of area that you can see, boop, dropped you there. But
yay.
You also notice a couple of astral basilisks.
Yay.
Yay!
I would like for everybody to roll initiative.
Wow.
I mean, are we there? Are we all there?
Hey,
I mean,
Azareth,
we're
how
30 feet above.
Yeah, you're 30 feet
Azareth,
above.
Azareth, how good are your plunging attacks?
That's a good question.
How well
Don't
can you
choose-
Dark Souls?
Can you Dark Souls?
Very
How
proficient.
much more weeb can I get here?
What about weed?
Not weeb.
You hear
Oh,
what you
sorry.
want to hear.
Alright, so because Rosalind, you surprised the basilisks, and the basilisks surprised you, nobody actually kind of gets a surprise round.
Yeah,
So-
they didn't just expect a squirrel out of nowhere.
Nope. So this is the second time now that you've dropped down from above and surprised people. In this session alone. So, Rosalind, I'll give you a couple of seconds, real quick, to drop down, see these basilisks, and do you have any sort of reaction that is about 1 to 2 seconds long?
Hey guys, there's fun enemies down here.
Cool, awesome.
enemies.
Azurite, your turn.
Oh, shit! I didn't know I actually rolled that well. I'm a cast Long Strider on.
Oh, oops.
Oh no, but Dusty's first.
I forgot to roll initiative.
Oh yeah, my bad. Okay, so Dusty.
God damn it, Dusty.
Hold on. Somebody has. Doug, I don't know if you can, but Yark needs to turn order too.
Oh yeah, that's right. let's see
Everyone,
if I can do
true,
that.
not paying attention.
Yeah, Yark, why didn't you roll?
Yeah, okay.
Dang it, Yark.
Watch him be faster.
I mean,
That-
considering I have to like figure out how to do this, can I
Well-
roll initiative for a player?
Yeah, just go
Oh.
into your character sheet.
Do it.
Ah, right.
Yeah, go ahead. You can roll my initiative.
Didn't you already roll?
Yeah, but yeah.
Reroll.
So?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my goodness, both of you rolled a 5.
Dusty.
Yeah, but I didn't fail at least.
Okay, so there we go. Dusty's turn.
So he will absolutely jump down at the prospect of fun enemies, putting him probably near Rosalind.
Damn it, Dusty. Expected you to plunging attack.
What's that?
It's when you fall down on the enemy and fist them real hard.
Out of curiosity, can
That's
we
so-
actually see them from up here or no?
They are
You
shimmering.
can see them. You can't see the basilisks.
Gotcha.
Dusty seems shocked by the prospect of this plunging attack, and raises his arms in the air, asking, "Redo! Hold on, let me do it again."
Redo.
But not really.
Well, you are
Well,
a bug.
I mean-
you could probably jump 30 feet.
He's also a bat. He can fly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He,
Infinite plunging attack.
he can't climb. He can just fly.
I didn't say climb, I said jump.
I didn't say you said climb.
Yeah, I know, but the statement was he could probably just jump because he's a bug.
Okay,
I'm
Dusty.
gonna punch one.
You're gonna punch one?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to punch them with this pointy thing I have.
Pointy thing.
It's a spear.
That's
It's
not
a
You
fun.
hit
spare. What?
Oh, whoops. And here comes the fist.
I
That one
cast
was a miss.
curse.
Ah! Oh no! No! Oh no! I'm thinking about other things. Damn it! Focus! Punch! Punch the fun!
Punch
No! I'm
the
more
fun.
distracted.
That one was another miss.
He's thinking about plunging attack still.
He's
Oh,
really
my
distracted.
turn now.
All right, Azurite, what are you gonna?
I'm a cast Long Strider on
Hmm.
Okay.
He has an extra 10 feet of movement now. I'm gonna ready my bow.
Dusty's frustrated and thinking about punching
Or
fun.
get my bow out and ready. Can't do much else than that. I'm not moving.
Oh, Toby. So it's just a sheer rock face all the way down?
It opens up a bit after about 8 feet down.
I think Toby's just gonna stay up here. I mean, I don't think he can really just jump right back out of this hole.
Or climb out back out of the hole with rope.
I mean, surely we could make a pulley system and just.
Does anybody have a block and
Lift him.
tackle?
adventurers having block and
Just-
tackle.
Alright, I apologize for the
Just
extended
go ahead
leave.
and remove Toby Kale from the tracker. He's not going to participate.
Oh, okay.
So is everyone in a hole?
There's no real good
No, not everybody
ways
has
to
jumped
get
down
him in or out. So,
I'm
So-
gonna blend it.
So in my IRL game, one of our people had like this giant mechanical bear because he was a special fancy artificer. But the bear couldn't really fit in any of the caves we were going through, and we had a lot of trouble getting him in and out of the things, out of holes.
Hashtag artificial.
Hashtag animal companions.
Alright, Rosalind, well, that first one missed, but that second one sure hit. And so did that third one.
Am I rolling initiative?
He did it.
I rolled it for you.
Okay.
Alright,
Blending
nice.
has commenced.
Rembrandt's going to sort of like jump down a bit, but use like his claws to like hang onto the side to make it like a slow descent and get to the bottom.
Give me...
I have a climb speed.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And then do I just drag myself into the thing or can I
oh,
do that?
Daga has to.
Okay.
You're good.
And I will rush over to Dusty, warn him about making eye contact with this thing, and then stab at it with my rapier. Oh, so close.
Nice, good hit.
I almost rolled the damage to myself.
Very
And
nice.
then I'll grant Rosalind a bardic inspiration, telling her to watch her back. And end turn. And Rembrandt's like kind of like imposing the shield between like the vision of the basilisk and himself.
Okay. So, Basilisk isn't too happy. So it's just going to bite at the last thing to have poked and stabbed at it, which would be Rembrandt. And it missed.
Yay.
Amazing.
Kalani, your turn.
Kalani will jump down.
Sweet.
And he's gonna move over this way, but throw a mana shield on Rosalind.
Woohoo! How many temporary hit points is that? Oh,
18.
Holy crap.
I didn't realize you could add temporary hit points to other
That's a
characters.
big shield. Wait, where am
that
I?
gives me a collective 78 health. Jesus.
Where's who? Who just asked where they...
Cleek.
Click,
You
you're
haven't
above the
jumped down
ground.
yet.
Yeah.
I jump down. Or I fly down.
You glide down.
Glide down. Thank you, that's better.
Because
Boom,
if you're
there you are.
flying down, you'd kind of hurt yourself because you'd be making yourself go faster than you.
Fine, jeez. I see Basilisk number 16 I'm gonna chuck a rock at it.
One of the legendary Cleek rocks. They almost always crit.
They almost never hit, but when they do,
Ah,
They miss.
I try to miss.
they
or
almost
crit.
never hit, but when they do, not. Yeah,
All
that's
right. All right. Okay. Yark,
am the
Yep.
big said.
Okay.
you're still above ground.
How deep is the hole?
30 feet.
Which to a kobold is like 60 feet.
That's like my height, but a lot more than that.
My brain. Ow.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean for everyone to have to think so hard about that.
It's okay, you're small and compact. If you roll up into a ball like Samus, you're sure to take no fall damage.
There you go.
I jumped down.
You realize that Rosalind isn't much bigger, right? Maybe even shorter.
Yes. Yes, we know. We have mentioned this. We
Alright.
still find tiny kobold more adorable. Like, he's so small, he's actually like half a square.
Honestly. Alright, I gotta draw a circle. I'll place my turret right there. It's gonna be Force Ballista.
Okay.
Hold on. I want to say it's 2d8 force damage.
You want to say.
You're correct. I do want to say that. I'm gonna double check to be sure, but I gotta bring up. Yes, thank you, computer. My battery is low. However, I need you to do other things right now. Okay. The turret does 2d8 force damage. And if the target is if it's a creature, it's pushed 5 feet away from the turret.
All right. Which one are you attacking?
Let's do Basilisk 16. It's an attack roll with my spellcasting modifier. So +5, no, +6. I don't have a thing for it to be an actual attack.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say that hits.
9 damage. And then it's pushed 5 feet away from the turret.
Okay. So
Damn it,
as this
now I have to
turret,
move.
so as this turret absolutely blasts it with force, the basilisk screeches a little bit, and it does echo throughout the area around y'all as it's pushed back 5 feet.
This one, this turret looks like kind of like an Octork from Legend of Zelda. It's like an octopus with the gun mouth.
Okay.
I named it Calamari.
Oh,
And as this basilisk is suddenly pushed back, it is glaring in the direction of Rosalind and Yarg.
I'm congratulating my turret and patting it happily on a job well done. So not
Okay.
looking at his direction.
Ooh. These things have feelings too, maybe.
Pass your turn, Yarg.
I forgot I need to do that.
It's okay. So Rosalind, what are you looking at? Because you
What
were
am
just
I
attacking the basilisk. So I'm gonna say that
I'm completely blindfolded.
no, you're not. So I would like for you to make a. Wait, one. My brain twitched. Ah, never mind. Okay, so.
Does it give good streaming services?
Ooh. So the basilisk is kind of pissed off. It moves up to Rosalind.
Look
And
into my
it-
eyes.
Bites her. And it misses, apparently. Alright. Curious Light is still up there, and he's not actually going anywhere. He's gonna stay up there.
Dusty waves
Dusty!
and like, gives him a thumbs up. Dusty waves.
Can I yell at Curious Light and tell him to keep an eye out up there?
Hello, Mr. Lizard Man.
On your turn, you can.
Hmm.
I hope you don't mind, but I'm gonna stab you a little bit. Miss.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Ooh.
Stab you with my hand.
That was a hit.
And another
That
miss.
was not a hit.
He sticks out his tongue. Meh.
Alright, Azure.
Me. I'm going to toss down a rope and proceed to get it tied off somewhere so that everyone can get back up here when they're done.
Hey, Dagger.
There's probably cool things down here, though.
You're like the designated driver. Everyone jumps down a hole with no return, with no way back up, and you're like, I'll get the rope.
I don't know what you. I don't know what you guys are
Yeah.
looking for. I can
I
fly.
must blend.
I can jump down every hole I want.
But what about a 2-foot round hole that you can just barely fit in?
Then I shuffle up because I'm a monk.
I don't know if monks are inherently good at shuffling, but I'll take your word for it.
The first two hit, Rosalind.
Besides, I've already fitted in a tight hole. You remember, it was full of fun.
As it give it a quick 2 over the head. Hammer.
Bam, bam.
Very nice.
Hello, next turn button. Why aren't you working?
A wise decision.
Thank you.
Alright, we'll continue to stab. Assuming that's a hit.
It is.
Wham. And enter.
Dagger.
What's up?
It's about that time again.
Alright, go ahead.
Is this the ending of an Animaniacs cartoon?
Sorry, no.
No, Cleek just has to go. That's fine.
Oh. I wanted to spin the wheel of morality.
Tell
Have
us
a good night,
lesson
Cleek.
that we should learn.
Alright, so Basilisk is once again not too happy about being stabbed. It's not looking too hot. It's bleeding in some places. Which is weird considering it's made out of astral energy. But you know what? It's bleeding.
It's bleeding astral blood.
I can
Yeah,
make it bleed.
It's just bleeding energy.
And it misses!
Yay.
Hey, I think this is balancing out all those crits you got on us last week.
Yeah, no, it
I
definitely
know,
is.
right? Good God.
All right, Kalani will go ahead and move up again with some more and stab.
You hit. That also hits. And as soon as that final strike connects with it, it does as it does, and it explodes into shimmery sparkles, and a couple inches above the ground, a small bit of essence is left hovering.
All right, teach.
Yep.
Kobol, your turn.
Yes, hello. Knowing that this is a basilisk, because it's obvious, I'm going to use the reflection off my shiny metal turret to try to aim a firebolt at it.
Okay.
I'm guessing I'm just rolling with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Dusty has no idea about fighting basilisks, but he's got giant ears, so he doesn't need his eyes.
You miss.
But he'd still be
Oh. Anyway, basilisk attack now. Or no, the turret. Turret attack basilisk now.
Make sure to tell your turret not to look at it.
Oh, it didn't do it.
No, it didn't. It missed.
Okay.
How unfortunate.
I guess that's what I get for not looking.
So, yeah. It's just gonna try and bite the squirrel again. And it hits!
Bring it, bitch. Bring it, bitch. Oh no, my temporary HP.
HP.
I
Yeah,
love
whatever.
HP sauce.
Alright, Dusty.
Me! Well, I guess I kinda have to go get that other one now.
You should backflip at it aggressively to establish dominance.
That's a great idea!
He just aggressively backflips across the entire cave.
Well, you asked, so... Who is Dusty to deny you? Hit backflips.
Wait, where are you backflipping again? I'm sorry, I was...
He's
Yeah.
backflipping this way to get to the other side of that basilisk.
Okay, what
But
kind
I
of vision
think
do
this
you
is-
have?
He has blind sight.
Okay. So,
He is a bat.
Great in the darkness. I think that's as far as I can go, though. Let's see.
In
1, 2,
true
3,
darkness.
4, 5,
Oh, wait, never
6,
mind.
7, 8. I can be here. Hoo-ha! I'm in range! And check out these sick flips.
Woo-ha! Now punch it to death.
Oh,
oh,
I said
Uh-oh.
punch it, not punch yourself.
Zim. Fail
Punch-
card, please.
All right,
I'm
now
sorry,
punch it. All right, now punch it. Smack myself in the face. No, hit it. You want me to stab myself? No.
I thought you said puncture myself.
Sorry, I got distracted by these sick flips. I forgot I'm fighting. I forgot.
Oh, joy.
Tell me.
Butterfingers. You lose your grip mid-swing, and your weapon goes flying 1d4 plus 1 times 5 feet away in the direction of your target. Make a ranged attack roll against the nearest target other than the target, or nearest
Oh, no.
creature other than the target in that direction. So,
Rosalind.
Rosalind.
Rosalind's kinda in that
Dusty.
direction. Ranged attack.
Just roll a normal attack against her.
Ah!
Oh, boy.
Oh my g-
Oh no.
Oh my god.
That's our Dusty. Oh my god!
Oh my god. 2
Um,
more cards, please.
Hey,
No,
no.
that's to
He
clear
doesn't
the
get
crit.
2 more.
Oh, okay, that's
to
right.
clear the crit.
So it's just
Wait,
another automatic
which
miss.
one was to clear the crit? The second
The
one.
one.
The very last
Oh.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow,
Dusty.
Dusty did so much damage to the wrong person.
That's Dusty.
Sliced tendon.
Ooh.
Quadruple damage, and the target's speed is reduced to 0 feet until the end of the target's next turn.
Okay.
We can safely say that Dusty sort of slipped while he finished his backflips.
Rembrandt's gonna cutting words some of that damage off.
Should I? Yeah,
Can you even
there's-
do that if the attack is an accident?
I mean, it's an attack I can see.
And that's off of the attack roll, isn't it? Not the damage.
Yeah, no, with you can do that off of the damage roll. Wait. I'm confused because I did just recently read Valor, and I might be confusing the two.
Dusty, just quadruple the dice and drop them straight onto Rosalind.
Right.
Click
That
multiple
is
times,
a
remember?
D8.
Yeah, I can do it on damage rolls.
All right, 4 plus 5. Okay.
No. Grab the damage dice from your character sheet and right-click until you've quadrupled the dice. Then drop that onto Rosalind.
Right-click dice.
Left-click and a whole. It's
Oh.
It's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured it out. I haven't used mouse in a while. Okay. Ah, Jesus.
Wow. -6 from that damage.
Ow!
It's alright,
Ah,
I still have 40
gee.
health left.
Ah, jeez, I'm sorry.
You
Can I have
said-
it back?
You somehow stabbed Rosalind's tendon and apparently her face.
But clearly you stabbed my tail. It's the most important limb on my body.
It's like Toby Kadachi's tail's its weak point.
Ah, shit. Well, I
Yeah,
guess that's
actually,
close now.
Rosalind, the tendon that he accidentally cut was in fact one of the tendons in your tail. So your tail is currently immobile. You cannot poof it up, cannot move it, can't do
That-
anything with it.
It's also
Doggy
pinned to the ground, to the wall behind you,
Yep.
which
Doggy
explains why
fiend.
your movement speed is 0.
Rosalind goes Super Saiyan.
Rosalind-
Dusty just seems like, well, that's yours now.
That's yours
I-
now.
I don't want it back.
So, now that the bad
Yes,
spear is
I was
gone,
at 26 wounds and then I went down to 20.
didn't you have like temporary HP?
Yeah, they absorbed some of it.
Right. So not all of
Yeah, remember,
The
you did
worst thing.
33 damage minus 6.
it. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna give me that back. So,
I like to
hey,
think.
you.
I like to
I
think that.
really have a lot to make up for right now. So,
I like to think that Rosalind just stares at Dusty so hard that he goes back to Echoes of Everon, and that's how he.
Dusty, both of those missed.
he's being given a death glare. Help like this.
Oh, it's my turn again. Hey guys, how's it going down there?
Not good anymore.
We got it. Stay with Curious Light.
Alright. Alright, let's put the rope down there so you guys can get back up.
All right.
I mean, hey, gotta keep Curious Light protected.
Yeah. All right. Pass your turn. You're not doing anything.
Oh no. Oh no.
Rosalind.
Saf, was that in character?
Yes, that was in character.
Foo, 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 foo.
Then, DM, excuse me while I. Dusty had a minor heart attack because Rosalind or Safinar said no. Rosalind said a forbidden name. That name, but how?
So did you just fail a death save?
No, he succeeded.
Oh, okay.
He had a small heart attack, but he's okay now.
Okay.
Well, you can't. Your heart is only so
Well,
big.
Rosalind,
you can't have
not
a
yet.
big heart
Rosalind,
attack.
pause. Rosalind.
What?
Make a Constitution save.
Oh
That's a
no.
Constitution check. That's a Constitution check. Wow, even worse.
Yeah, not much better.
Do
At all.
you think my Bardic would help?
Oh yeah, I saw
No.
that. It's a D6, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh.
Jesus
It does
Christ.
not help. So, Rosalind, as you go to pick up your hammers and such,
I never dropped them.
I know. I meant like as you heft them up in your hands and prepare for another strike.
Okay.
Your eyes meet that of the basilisk in front of you. And you suddenly feel very, very exhausted. Your speed was already down to 0, but once it goes back up again, it's halved. At this point, you have disadvantage, and you have no reactions.
Okay, just shoot me while I'm down, why don't you?
That's exactly what's happening.
So you can go ahead and continue to attack. You're just gonna have disadvantage.
No, I won't.
Because
I use
things.
Fighting Spirit.
Oh.
It cancels out the disadvantage.
Alright, fine then.
Although I need to reroll
yeah,
the
the-
second one.
Yeah. Yeah, so the
Well,
first
second
one
one doesn't.
hit. The first one hit, the second one doesn't hit.
when you get close to rolling a 1.
I rolled double one instead.
Alright, Rembrandt, it's your turn.
Rembrandt's gonna look at Rosalind and see that she's not doing so hot. And he's going to...
Going for the KS.
Nope. Putting his hands together and giving her enhanced ability, enhancing her constitution. That's an action. For some reason, I feel like there's just bad luck and it kind of happened. So he's gonna give another bardic to Rosalind. Yeah, and then that'll be my turn.
Kalani's gonna go for the KS.
Kalani. Oh.
Missed. It.
Ooh. There you go.
And as you connect with that strike, it bursts into shimmers. Shimmers dissipate, and above the ground is sitting a blob of vessel.
Big D4s on that thing.
So, as these two basilisks perish, and the commotion seems to die down, everybody roll perception.
No, I don't want to. I'm not down there.
Well,
All right, yeah, everybody
fair
but Azure, roll perception.
What about Rosalind? Doesn't that the basilisk thing still take effect?
He said attack rolls, not.
No, isn't there like a secondary thing that's gonna happen in your next turn?
Only if it was
no.
conscious.
Yeah, it's dead. So she breaks through free
Oh,
from that.
all right.
So Rembrandt, Rosalind, and Dusty, the three of you definitely hear skittering, soft screeching, and movement in other bits of the cave. Specifically, up into the east and to the south.
Rembrandt's gonna say, "We got 2 of the 3 essences. Let's cut our losses and get the hell out of here."
there's more essence?
We saw 3 of them.
Yes,
How
but what
much
if
can
they
I count?
all have essence?
What did you say, Dusty?
But what if they all have essence?
No, it's just the basilisk ones.
Oh,
Azurite, you can still feel the presence of other dream beings beneath you.
beings plural.
Aha.
Yes. Yes, dream beings. Beings. B-E-I-N-G.
Beans.
Beings.
I love dream beans.
That sounds like a fantasy or cartoon ingredient for green beans. I made green bean casserole.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Rembrandt's gonna stand at the rope and give everybody like a little bit of a boost. Whoever needs the boost to get up and start climbing the rope and get out of here.
I mean, is everybody leaving? Because 3 of you definitely know that there's other presences here, and Azurite specifically can feel the presence of dream things.
Yeah. Rembrandt's gonna say let's get out of here, and it seems Rosalind also agrees. So the other guys, we were warning everybody here that there's extra things coming out.
But why
I
don't
mean, I took like a third of my health from an ally, but I still took a third of my health. Dusty is now grounded for life.
Rembrandt's gonna be urgent and say, "Come on, we don't have much time. They could be closing in right now. Let's get out of here."
Okay,
I don't need a boost. Right, Azurite said she made a route, plus I have a 35-foot climb speed.
Well, whoever needs it, Rembrandt said.
Yeah, there is rope.
Yark climbs the rope.
Dusty like reaches for the spear to see if it's still in the ground, like pinned to the ground.
Rosalind broke it.
Oh.
Alright, so
That was my favorite spear.
y'all make the decision.
That
Are you
was
staying
my
or
only
leaving?
spear. No, it's just
Yeah, I kind of vote for leaving as well.
I leave.
we leave.
Rembrandt's staying behind to make sure everybody gets out first, and then he climb speeds, double dashes, cunning action dashes just to get up out of there.
Okay, so
Mario double dash, keep out of here.
everybody climbs up and out of the area. This dark cave beneath you. And you're back in the clearing between the mountains that hold the the bits of ruins in the chasm. And we are actually going to end there for the night.
Woohoo!
All right, everyone. Thank you all so much for joining us this evening for Iron Fang Dungeons and Dragons. We will be back next week with more Iron Fang, but I will be back tomorrow with some Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Yay.
Do come on by for that. Should be a grand old time.
Professor expects you guys to be in class.
Does he?
Yes.
What?
You're the professor. You have to attend the class. They have to attend the classes.
True.
Dusty
You guys might get an
died.
F if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Dusty was 2 seconds away from being dead.
Anyways, thank you to my patrons, donators, and subscribers. Because of you guys, I can keep bringing you this content, keep streaming, keep doing all of this. I really can't do it without you guys. Thank you to my new subscribers this evening, so I could get a, so I was able to get the new emote, which I decided to go with the T-Sip one, which should pop up here in the next, probably by tomorrow's stream, depending on how quickly Twitch gets to it. Anyways, thank you for joining, and I bid you all a very fond adieu.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, my darlings.
Same bat time, same bat channel.
Stay hydrated.